and 2019 NCAA Division I Outdoor Track and Field Championships with Taylor Werner, the Bloomsdale, Missouri native and St. John grad, and now a many-time All-American, the Arkansas redshirt sophomore. Had a great indoor season, an 8 indoor meet, runner-up in the 3K and 5th fast DMR leg to help Lady Backs to 5th on the DMR and win the indoor title. And now you runner-up in the 10K 2 nights ago, and then, or I'm sorry, 4th in the 10K 2 nights ago, and then runner-up tonight in the 5K to help the Lady Backs pull out a dramatic national title. Tell me what you're thinking and feeling.
My goal this weekend was just to give it my entire effort and just score for the team, and so to be able to score 4th, I was happy with it, but I was like, I know I can do more. And the 5K got rough, but I was like, I could hear the 4x4 over there, and then my teammate Devin, who had just steepled, ended up having to drop out of the race.
Sure.
Obvious reasons. And then I heard her, and that was enough to pull me through the next 800. And
right.
So yeah. It was,
well, taking back to 2 nights ago, because you continued to your success and progression. You, I think, finished the regular season 7th on the national list, and the top 7 or 8 in the 5K and the 10K. And talk to me about how things played out Thursday in the 10K and how you ended up 4th.
Yeah, no, it went well. I want to say, like, I gave it my all, but I think mentally I struggled a little bit at the end, and I wish I had given it not more effort, but given myself more of a chance there at the end. Maybe tactically I would have waited a little bit more, but no, I gave it all I had, and I knew that after regionals I felt really good in the 5K after, and that's all I could think about going into this weekend was like, okay, I felt fine at regionals after the 10.
Right.
I'm gonna feel fine today. Like, don't think about it. Think about your team, and you know, I've learned to tune out the competition, tune out what could happen, or you know, what could go wrong, and just focus. Like, I just have to give it my best chance. Like,
sure.
Don't think of anything else. And yeah, mentally, I think I finally figured it out, and it went well.
So Thursday after the awards, did you spend a couple hours in recovery and preparation, and then turn your eyes towards the 5K? Because obviously the humidity down here in Texas is just brutal. I know you've faced the heat out in Sacramento before, but not quite the humidity that comes with it that you've got down here. So talk about the recovery process to get ready for today.
You know, the 10K takes a lot out of you. Even when, like at regionals, we didn't jog it, but it was a lot easier of an effort just trying to get there. And so it always takes a toll on you no matter what, and especially on the stomach. It felt like I had the stomach flu the last couple days, especially right after. But I was like, okay, I have to eat as much as I can and make sure to load up on as much calories, good calories as I can. And yeah, I slept like all day yesterday. I just laid in bed. I was a total slob yesterday.
Right.
No, totally worth it. Yeah, but no, and then just this morning was just, okay, get back into it, get focused, and just focus on what I can control. So. And
then when going into the 5K, did anybody update you on the status of the team scores and where the team stood?
No, my trainer Mark just looked at me and he was like, "We need you now, okay? We need your points." And I was like, "Okay." And then right before we went to go to the line, I looked at the score and I was like, "Oh my gosh, like this is gonna be close."
Yeah.
But I tried to tune it out, and when it got tough, that's what I thought of, was my team needs me, and then I could hear them, the 4x4, my teammate Devin, and that was a cherry on top of a great race.
Well, you sat in good position, I think about 2nd or 3rd most of the way, and then just on the outside shoulder of the leader, and then what was it with 2 or 3 to go that you took the lead for just a little bit, or am I remembering wrong?
450, 500 to go.
Okay.
This finishing stretch, I was like, okay, it's time to go to work.
Yeah.
Give it a shot, yeah.
And then Danny Jones and her amazing kick got you at the end. Tell me where she came up on you and went by you.
I could hear her behind me, and all I could think was just give it my best chance, just make as big of a move as I can. And apparently it was just us two the last like 300, so I had no idea, but I was just kicking as hard as I could. When she went by me, I was like, don't panic, just keep going and finish. And yeah, crossed in 2nd. It was a great feeling.
Right, she got you by just 3/4 of a second, and then obviously your 8 points right there tied the team scores up with USC, and it came down to the 4x4, and you both of you had a 4x4. How anxious were you there, knowing that the meet came down to this, the national team title?
I was getting interviewed down there, and they were like, "Do you want to watch the 4x4?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then I looked, and right as I went out there, USC dropped their baton.
Right.
At that moment, I became a high jumper. I was just going nuts, and then, you know, I ran up, saw my teammates that were cheering, and then I saw them all in the field, and it was just an unreal moment. reminded me a lot of indoor. Those moments are priceless and
Sure.
stuff I'm never gonna forget. Yeah.
Right. And then as you announce you as national titles, and you guys call the pigs and put those national title champion t-shirts. What's that experience like?
It's unreal. And the moment you find out you win, I was bawling.
Yeah.
There was tears everywhere. It's just, you know, you work so hard for something, and when it turns out that perfect for you, it's the best feeling in the world. And to celebrate it with a team, it could be individual, but the team is so much better, and that's why I love it at Arkansas. Yeah.
And I think I saw your mom and dad and sister and maybe even a couple other relatives. What was that like having them and their support here?
You know, they came to my meets in high school and they're like, oh yeah, it's cool. And my aunt actually came here for the first time, and she was like, I'm shocked by how intense this is. And I was like, yeah, this is a big deal. Like, this is a whole new level, and for them to be able to see it in person and to have someone there to celebrate it with, it's the best feeling, and I'm so glad they were able to come down.
And lastly, what's is in the progression of your distance career? Is this a big step towards just continue to be one of the best in the country? And
yeah, I mean, I have big goals for myself. I want to see what I'm capable of, and I love running and I love competing. And I have like the coolest teammates ever, and they constantly push me every day. And so I just want to test my limits, see what I can do, and see how it goes.
Congrats on the great week, Taylor. Appreciate it. And what's next? USA's are going to shut it down for cross.
Probably shut it down for cross. Still have to talk it through, but yeah, that's probably the works, is shut it down, get ready for cross country.
All right. Thanks. Congrats. Enjoy. Celebrate.